Hi, I'm Scott Shealy, Executive Director of the Lancaster County Agriculture Council. Coming to you today because we are really trying to compensate for the fact that we are not able to have family farm days with Oregon Dairy this year. And what we'd like to do is to provide an alternative, a virtual alternative, where we can still celebrate a lot of the work that we do around the dairy industry, but also around farming and rural life in general. That's really what Family Farm Days has been about for over 35 years. The Ag Council and Oregon Dairy have been working together for 10 years of that, and we think the partnership is a great one. But we don't want you to forget about us, since we're not going to be together this year. So we're actually pulling together these tapes as a way that we can do some of the things we do around animals, around conservation, and some of the other themes that are very much a part of what we do in Family Farm Days. So at this point, let me introduce George Hurst, who'll talk a little bit more about the history of the farm and how we're connected into that family heritage.
Hi, I'm George Hurst, one of the partners here at Oregon Dairy. I'm second generation here on the farm. My dad started the farm back in 1952, this particular farm, and then we started Oregon Dairy retail in 1974. We started doing tours and farm tours in 1982. We really have a passion and enjoy having the community involved and engaged in ag education and allowing the consumers to see where their food comes from. And that was our reason for starting these tours. As that evolved, the Lancaster Chamber was involved for a number of years. Now the Lancaster County Ag Council, and consequently a lot of ag businesses are now involved in the event of Family Farm Days, which unfortunately this is the first time we had to cancel this. It's sad in many ways, but also we know it's important to try and keep people safe. But in the meantime, we would like you to engage as much as possible. My daughter and son, two of my children are involved in the farm. You'll see them later, and the fourth generation is also engaged in the farming aspect, and you'll be able to see them in some of the pictures, some of the posts coming up a little bit later.
Hi, my name is Maria Fari, and you just met my dad, George Hurst. He is the second generation here at Oregon Dairy, therefore I am the third. And throughout the videos of Family Farm Days, you will get to meet my nephews and niece. They are Aaron, Isaiah, Clay, and Chanel. And you will also get to meet my children, Seth, Sarah, and Serena. So they are the fourth generation that are beginning to work here on the farm and be involved with what's happening. We are sorry that you have to miss Family Farm Days. We miss it. It's always a highlight of the year for all of us. If you are a regular to Family Farm Days, chances are you have done the scavenger hunt that 4-H puts together. It's kind of an I spy throughout the different activities that you look for something to try and get the answers. Since you're not here with us, we're gonna do our own scavenger hunt. So throughout the next 3 days, as you watch a video each day, go to the link to fill out the scavenger hunt. Then at the end of the 3 days, everybody who has completed the scavenger hunt will be entered in to win a big prize bundle. And I'm not going to tell you what those prizes are. That's going to be a wait and see. But it's certainly going to be one that you're going to want to enter in and do the scavenger hunt. Now, one note with the prize bundle will need to be picked up here at Oregon Dairy. When you come to Family Farm Days, you start off with a wagon ride from the grocery store down here to the farm. And new this year, we had a cow painted on the side of our barn. When you take a look at that cow, what do you see? Pay attention to the spots on the cow. It is the world cow. You'll notice you can see the continents on there, and other little islands are also represented on the cow. DJ Barry, he's an artist from Vermont. He is the one who painted the cow for us last year. And it's just a very positive message that we have out here. The message is we are all spots on the same cow. And that is so important. We are all in the world, we live in the world, and we want to spread the message of love and kindness. So on your wagon ride to the farm, that is one of the first things you will see when you come across the bridge onto the farm. You get to see the World Cow. This is the freestall barn where the cows live. You'll notice there are some cows eating here. They have access to food and water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you notice, there are fans here as well, which we have turned off right now because of the sound. And we also have a sprinkler system. So when it's warm on days like today, the fans are running and the sprinklers are running to help keep the cows cool and comfortable. If you look at the cows, you'll notice that each cow has an ear tag in her ear with a number on it. That number is like her name. So we know everything about her because of that ear tag. And you'll also notice the orange ear tag in her ear. That's an activity monitor like a Fitbit. We can keep track of how active she is, if she slows down in her activity or if her activity increases. So at Oregon Dairy, we grow the feed that we feed our cows. We actually work with a nutritionist who takes all of the feed that we grow and he tests it for the nutritional content and gives us a recipe to make their feed. So what they eat is a total mixed ration. So it's kind of the finished product of what you would cook at home out of your recipe. This is corn silage. Corn silage is the entire corn stalk all chopped up. So you have all of the fiber here, and then you can also see there are corn kernels in here as well because that's part of the corn stalk as well. So corn silage is part of the diet of what the cows eat. Then whatever is not in their diet in what we grow for the cows, we buy a vitamin and mineral package from the feed mill. So their recipe is very balanced. So this is vitamins and minerals. And there are also crushed soybeans in here as well as part of the diet of what the cows eat. Next we have some rilage, which is a grass that we chop in the spring. And this is also added to what the cows eat. This is rilage. It's chopped up rye is what rilage is. And then the cows also like corn. And this is ground corn. So we just took the corn kernels and ground it really, really fine. That way it mixes into what they eat really well. And we need some hay to balance out their diet too. This is hay that we grow here. And then all of these feed ingredients, they all get added together into a big mixer and it's mixed together so that way the cows can't pick out what they eat. You have some cows that might like to eat hay, and you have some that might like to eat corn, but then that's not a good balanced diet if they eat one or the other. So that's why we use a mixer to mix up the feed all together so the cows can eat their balanced diet. So this calf here is a red and white Holstein. Holsteins can be red and white like her or black and white like our traditional Holsteins like we're used to seeing. This is a female. She already has her ear tags put in. This is her name, so we know who she is. And she will keep those her entire life while she's here at Oregon Dairy. This calf probably weighs about 80 pounds and she is only 1 day old, so she's just a baby. When she is 2 years old, she will be a full-size cow weighing about 1,200 pounds, and that's when she has her first calf. And at that point then is when she starts to give milk. And she becomes one of the cows then that provides milk for us here at Oregon Dairy. We're here in the milking parlor where we milk the cows, and we go through a procedure before we put the milking machine on. We take a dry microfiber towel and wipe any excess dirt that might be on the cow's teats. The teats are those finger-like projections at the bottom of their udder. Then we take a sanitizer in the dipper, and we dip each one of the cow's teats and make sure they are completely covered with sanitizer. That way it kills any germs that might be on the cow's teats. Then we come back and we squirt a little bit of milk out of each teat to make sure that it looks okay. that it's going to be good for us to drink it. And then we take a clean microfiber towel and we wipe all of the sanitizer off. That way the teats are completely dry and now they are completely sanitary before we attach the milking machine. And you'll notice that I'm wearing gloves. Whoever works with the cows like this to milk them, we wear gloves so we do not transfer any of our germs to the cows. Then we attach the milking machine, and it's a gentle vacuum and squeeze on the cow's teats to squeeze the milk out of the cow's teats. You can see the milk coming into the milking machine, and it goes through the hoses, and then it goes through pipes, and it goes over to what we call our milk house, where you see our big milk tank. And the milk comes in through the pipes in the wall, and it goes into the milk tank, and within 5 minutes of the milk coming out of the cow at a temperature of about 100 degrees, the milk is cooled down to 36 degrees. It keeps the milk very, very fresh for us. And then a milk truck comes and he hooks up his hose to the milk tank to take the milk away to the processing plant. And here at Oregon Dairy, we do that at the grocery store where it gets bottled for you to enjoy. When you buy milk in the grocery store, you can be confident that you are buying a very nutritious and safe product. Milk never ever touches human hands, and it goes through many series of tests to make sure that it is safe and nutritious for you to drink. Milk has 9 essential vitamins and minerals that each one of us need. Anything from calcium to vitamin D to protein. There's all kinds of stuff, good stuff in there that we want to drink. And it is recommended that each one of us get 3 servings of dairy a day. You can get that through milk, through cheese, ice cream, sour cream. We have lots of options in the dairy case to consume our 3 servings of dairy a day.
So as we are here doing our virtual video series, this is the very first virtual family farm days that we have ever done, and we really hope it's the last as well. We'd much rather all be together here on the farm during family farm days. Thank you all for joining us on day 1 of family farm days. Make sure you come back tomorrow to see what we have in store for tomorrow on day 2.